On December 1, 2022, government has launched central bank digital currency and it is the one of the initiative of RBI. It can be called as e-rupee or digital rupee. First thing that comes when we say about digital currency is cryptocurrency. But this is something different. The e-currency is issued by RBI. It is similar to the cash that we hold in our wallet. Here, this e-currency is held in the digital wallet maintained or overseen by the RBI. It is recognized as a legal tender and has to be accepted by everyone in the country as a medium of exchange. However, there is a difference between deposits in the bank and e-currency in the digital wallet. In order to explain you clearly, let me explain with an example. For an example, the cash that you hold in your wallet does not create any interest, right? Similarly, e-currency in the digital wallet does not create any interest, whereas deposits in our bank create interest. Now I hope you understood what is CBDC or e-rupee or digital rupee. Now let's compare it with the cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies are viewed as an alternatives to the fiat currencies, but its value has been lost over time due to the debasement by the central banks of some countries like India and China. Because this one will threaten their sovereignty and so they developed their own digital currencies. The platform for developing both digital currency and e-currency is same, that is blockchain technology. The only difference is cryptocurrencies are unregulated whereas digital currencies are regulated by RBI. The digital currency is initially launched in few cities and few banks in person to person mode as well as in person to merchants mode. Now, let's understand the difference and similarities between UPI payment and CBDC, that is central bank digital currency. The CBDC will act as a cash in digital form for retail payments such as UPI. CBDCs and UPI are different in applications and one cannot replace the another. The difference between UPI and CBDC is that whilst UPI transactions are fully backed by the physical currency, the CBDC or digital rupee is a legal tender and not supported by the physical currency. In order to explain you clearly, let me explain with the animations. For example, a person who has an account in Bank 1 has UPI account in his mobile, right? Here, the UPI and bank is merged. The UPI is transferring the amount from Bank 1 to Bank 2 using the UPI application, right? Similarly, here person 2 is also having UPI application which is merged with the bank, right? So here the UPI application is transferring the money from bank 1 to bank 2 using the UPI applications. Now let us see the difference in CBDC, that is central bank digital currency. Here that person is having a bank account and he is also having a central bank digital currency wallet in his mobile, right? Here it is not merged, it is a separated entity. Here he can transfer the amount from bank to e-voucher or he can transfer the money from e-voucher to bank, and the person too is also having an e-voucher application and he is transferring from the e-voucher to e-voucher, that is central bank digital currency. Here what is the difference is the bank, the in the UPI entity the bank and the UPI is merged, whereas in the bank and UPI e-rupee voucher it is a separate entity. There is also an added advantage in central bank digital currency. It is more anonymous than the traditional digital transactions. In UPI transactions, the whole transactions are traceable, whereas in CBDC transactions, only the first transactions will be registered, and afterwards there will be the transactions from wallet to wallet. This is more convenient because in physical cash transactions in wallet, you can carry only certain money, but whereas in digital transactions, you can carry an n amount of amount from your bank. That is the difference between the CBDC transaction and the physical transactions. And CBDC is more anonymous than the traditional digital transactions. But if government wants to trace they can trace the transactions. That is the difference in CBDC.